everyone, and welcome to the third episode of our podcast. My name is Alicia, and joining me here are the rest of the podcast.
Meredith. Next person. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aurelie.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Luna.
And we have a special guest today.
Hello, my name is Natalie, and I'm a special guest here today.
And today we're going to be talking about advice. So,
You go first, Natalie. Okay. Well, I guess if we're talking about advice, I would think about, I don't know, something to do with CAS.
What is CAS?
What is CAS?
Yes.
I thought that we as IB students would be more aware of our surroundings.
But like for the viewers who don't know, what is CAS?
I also need this. Okay, CAS is service, what? Creativity, action, and service. Creativity, action, and service.
activity. I don't understand activity.
Activity is physical. Activity and service. There you go, guys. Creativity, activity, and service. That's what CAS stands for. I don't know. Actually, talking about the CAS project, this is where this podcast stems from. It stems from the CAS project in the start of it. So I guess maybe we should, we could go somewhere else. Instead of talking about these CAS experiences, why don't we talk about our own experiences?
Okay, so we're gonna talk about our travel experiences. So 3 group members recently went to Iceland. Me, Meredith, and Luna. And personally, I found it really beautiful. I love the mountains, the river, everything.
Nature is not my thing, and Icelandic krona hurts me. Let's go.
It was very beautiful, but my feet were dying by the end of it.
There was a lot of physical activity. We went up mountains. Well, more like hills.
They felt like
Did you
mountains.
feel any difference between Iceland and where you're living?
There's grass.
There's grass.
Exactly. Yup.
We have grass.
Yeah, but it's not special grass, and it smells like
There was
sulfur.
grass though.
It was like dry grass, right?
It was just dirt and snow.
And there was some
And
things
rocks.
getting out.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing grass, but
Pretty sure there was
grass.
there was grass.
I don't
What I
remember
tell you, it is a grass world out there. Let's go.
I don't remember green.
So besides all the nature, I feel like the people were also really nice. There's a lot of smiling. The population's really small, and it was safe.
I like everything she was telling us about the population and names.
Like the elves.
Yeah.
And the fact that to date you need to go on the website to see if you're related.
They have a website to see if you look up a person's name and you know their birthday, you can look up if you're related to them and by how much.
Natalie, did you go somewhere?
I also went traveling. The similar time period as you guys. You guys did go a day earlier, but I went to a different area, which is I went to Korea.
Which Korea?
Which one?
South or north? South or north?
Which one?
South or north?
I feel like
You answer the question.
I think it's kind of obvious which Korea I went to.
I don't know.
No, the viewers don't know.
I want to know. Details.
I went to South Korea.
Thank you.
Praise the Lord. I didn't go to the other one. The other one is kind of difficult. It's more complicated to get into due to all the regulations and the
You
rules.
went to the border, right?
I did go to the border. That is true. How lucky? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Am I allowed to talk about groomers on here?
Continue. South
Okay.
Korea.
Okay, well, I don't think I think the DMZ was a beautiful experience, except the DMZ. The DMZ is the demilitarized zone, which is basically just the border, sort of. I did go there. We couldn't go to the border because of unforeseen circumstances, by which I mean an American soldier tried to be a hero and jumped the border, and now we can't go there anymore. But yeah, the DMZ, It was a really nice experience. I did happen to meet a 22-year-old sergeant.
Was he pretty?
He was
He's like a nerd.
he looked like a nerd, yeah, that's for sure. And then he was a pedo. He was a groomer.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the? How do you know?
He tried hitting on me.
Oh.
Yeah. Can you see? No, I blocked him.
You had him on your phone?
She did. I saw the message.
Why?
On my because one of our teachers on the trip. One of the teachers on the trip tried playing matchmaker and got him to give us his Instagram. And I was like, well, it's okay, right? Because he's a 22-year-old sergeant in the military. Like, what's he gonna do? Oh, well, you know what he wanted to do? Well, I don't know. He was hitting on me, and I was like, this is kind of weird. Do you want to tap? Oh, But obviously, it's a 17-year-old, a 22-year-old hitting on you. That's something that we should talk about. That shouldn't be accepted in society. Because I agree. Because grooming, grooming in this day of age is not acceptable in any sense. And I feel like as a school, we have talked so much about how we should stop. How we should stop this. How we should. Question. What's up?
What is the age of consent in South Korea?
19.
19?
Yes.
I disagree with what you said.
Whoa.
I don't think our school talks about that enough.
Yes, sir.
I agree. I see posters, but sometimes I see those posters. Like, they added a posters in the bathroom recently.
In the girls' bathroom.
And that says you have the right to say no. But I saw somebody
Put them in
tear
the
that
void.
down.
Yes, sir.
No, because why should it's not only the woman who get attacked and attacked. It's also the men.
Wow.
We have to consider the possibility that not only should women learn how to protect themselves, and also learn how to not be a bad person, but also men should be able to learn how to not be a bad person and how to protect and control themselves. Because why are we putting the blame on the victims? Why are the responsibility on them instead of the people that are causing this problem?
President in the making.
Let's go. Society, we should do better.
I agree. I don't want to get off topic too much.
Excuse me.
But I had a similar experience.
Whoa there. Wait, is this
No. The park. Explain.
Elaborate.
not the
Okay.
part.
So I was walking to meet up with my friends at the park, and basically,
A little louder, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was walking by and he drove his car next to me, and he like kind of slowed down and then parked right by me. I forgot what he said exactly, but he was calling out like, hey, hey, or something. I didn't look back until he was like, help or something, so I turned back. And then he got out of his car and approached me and tried to get personal information out of me, like my name, my address, the school's address. And
What were you doing during this time? Were you just walking? And then
yes.
were you like getting lost?
Well, he kind of blocked my path. But it was weird because I wasn't scared like I should be. And like when he asked me those questions, I was like, oh, it's around here. Because I mean, I thought it was better to say that because it's like.
I would have put the actual direction.
Just on this street, on this street.
I don't know.
I feel like in that moment of distress when you're trapped with this guy just like forcing answers out of you, at least giving him something makes you feel better that
Said around here because I feel like that would mean, oh, she knows this area, so I shouldn't do anything, you know? That was kind of my logic.
People know her. I can't do anything. They
Yeah.
would notice.
And then, but he messed up because he asked me for directions to the mall. And then later on, he's like, oh yeah, I saw you at the gym in that mall. But you asked for directions there. But if you've been there before, why are you asking me for directions?
I've forgotten.
I personally feel that you should just never go to that.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
go to that freaking mall gym again. Like she never been to. Okay, so he was either probably like trying to see if you went there to go see, like find you there,
Maybe he confused her with someone.
or he confused you with some other lovely lady,
But when
lovely girl. Yes, sir.
but when I said no, that wasn't me. He's like, yeah, it was.
You should have said, get out of my face and start barking.
I feel like
you walk towards
advice.
I don't think that was you. That was someone else.
For what? Yeah, I think
Because you told us about another one.
Yeah.
these are too many.
Which one?
We don't talk enough about this.
Bicycle? Or was it you?
Was it you with the bicycle guy? Bicycle person? Bicycle
How do you guys
man?
meet these people at that park?
Oh,
Next door.
I kind of forgot. Ahem. I was meeting up with my friends that day.
Oh, another victim.
Another victim. I was the victim. Ahem. For what?
The experiences you guys talked about, it was at that park.
Was it the same day? No, right? No. Okay. And so.
I see they're missionaries.
Well, they're missioning.
What?
At one point,
I thought the same thing. Continue.
I only ever see those guys. I don't see weird people at the park. I've been there with my cousins often.
How old are your cousins?
12.
Because they don't seem weird from afar. But when they go up to
They
you,
never approached my family.
maybe they just are more into,
You know,
other people.
I feel like honestly, there's way too many like situations. Like out of this table, out of like how many people are we? We're 6. I can count. Out of these 6 people, so far 3 people have shared like really bad experiences.
And we're not done yet.
And we're not even done. And this is not like probably the only experience. Like there's probably gonna be more. And which is the worst part. Like why is there so many weird people around us? Like we keep telling like I don't know the victims to like protect themselves and just learn better. But how do you learn better when nobody does better?
Preach.
The reason that they don't approach my cousin tonight could be that one of my cousins is male. So it's 2 girls, a boy. It's 2 girls, 1 boy, and we always walk as a pair.
I mean, yeah, you
Group.
you want to talk? Do you have an experience?
No, I have some statistical information.
Oh, let's get
So-
the logos over here.
In 2021, it was found that 7 out of 10 women are verbally or physically abused. That's insane. 7 out of 10 women.
And we're over here with a table out of how many? 6 women. How many of you have in like any sense, like something happened like this to you?
Raise your hand.
Wait, what?
How many women in this table have been verbally or physically abused or harassed by a man?
Oh, whoa, this is nice.
We're on a
ratio.
6. That's 6.
5 out of
5 out of 6. What is that? She doesn't know.
That reveals something about our society.
What's 5 out of 6? Calculator. Percents, please. Is it 83?
Like I feel that it's 83% of the people.
That's not what I meant, but okay.
But like I feel like seeing how common this is, like how often this happens, that's crazy, bro. I also think it talks about the people we surround ourselves with. Not like who we surround ourselves with, but the people others surround themselves with. The other day I saw this post on Facebook about this mom telling that her son told her teacher that her grandfather was touching him. And then she was like, I can't believe you would snitch like that. And then people in the comments said, what do you mean, dude? Like, do you guys know he was like? He's like, yeah, but like, bro, it's not bad or anything. He should learn to like it or something. Like, it happens to all of us. He was like in kindergarten or like pre-K or something. It was like.
I think it's disgusting that this happens to everyone, but especially children.
I feel that too, because even in the sense where we're in these situations, such as you just shared, like you were put in that situation where like you felt like you had to share information with this guy, it makes you feel like a little like lost innocent kid because you just don't know what to do, and it's kind of just like you're stuck like following the instructions of these like I don't know, most of the time older men just telling you like to do things. And you're just like, what do you want me to do? Like, because nobody else says anything. Like you guys were at parks, public locations, and like people probably saw that you looked uncomfortable, or at least I'd be. Yeah. Even if there is someone there, most of the time people don't come out and say anything. They usually just stand there and watch. When I was in Korea, oh my gosh, there's this one time we went on the subway. Keep in mind, nobody talks in the subway. And then these people, they were being really weird in the subway. And I just saw people looking at them, but nobody said anything. So I just got stuck there just standing. The ear? Yeah. I don't know if I can say that out loud. I don't think that's allowed in this school building. But it was a really, like, obscene thing to see.
What do you say?
What am I saying?
No, but like, what do you say?
What would you say?
I'd probably tell them, can you guys stop?
But why didn't you?
Because I couldn't, because I'm like, I can't speak Korean.
Okay.
How am I supposed to go up to them and be like, stop now? They probably look at me like, what are you saying? And I'd be like, no.
It would also be awkward in English just to tell them stop.
You got a story? You got a story?
This isn't a personal experience, but I work in retail, and this one time, so our store is split between women and men. So in our women's store, there was a young girl. She looked 17, 16. She was very young. And she was just looking at jeans, just casually. Her friend was trying on stuff in the fitting room. And then all of a sudden, this man walks into our store. And he mistakes it for the men's store. So he walks in, and he mistakes her for an employee. So he's like, oh, can you help me find something? And then he's like, oh, wait, you're very pretty. And then he's like, just like getting very close to her. And he's like, oh, you want some jeans? I'll buy you some. I got you. And then he kept going and closer to her. And then he's like, you can help me. I need help. And she looked very, very uncomfortable. And my manager stepped in and said, oh, men's store is next door. I can walk you over there. And then she walked him. And then he started flirting with my manager. And then the poor girl went into the fitting room. And then she looked very scared. And I approached her and asked if she was okay. And she just asked if she could call her mom and if I could stay back there with her while her mom arrived at the store. And I just thought it was disgusting because it's a public store. Like, you would think you're safe in a mall.
But you're not. I also feel like the worst part is you can't really do much about it. Like, unless they like do something, like you could like accuse them of harassment or something, or accuse them of like, I don't know, verbally harassing you, you know. But unless they do something, you can't do much about it, which is the worst part. Because at the end of the day, you're just going to be stuck with this like weird experience that's never going to get away from you. But it's nothing's going to be done. These guys are still out there.
Yeah. I have a story. It's not mine, but it's like my relative, and like she got like, when she was young, like 13, she got like raped by a man, and he didn't mention she didn't mention it until like today. Like I found out like this year, and like I feel really bad because like she wasn't able to speak up. She didn't even tell her mom or any of her relatives until recently, so I feel like really bad.
I think that's the worst part. Not only just the silence that the victims need to have because of this like so-called like, it feels like when we were in class, we were reading this story, an ethnographic thing, right? And there was this girl that was like, wait, what am I talking? Oh,
The younger girl that was being like followed or like perceived by an older man, right?
oh no, I think it was for Candy's daughter. Yeah, from the ethnography. In Search of Respect. It's something we were learning in school, and she was like, they like kind of took advantage of her and her mom in a sense. Instead of like, you know, being more worried for her daughter, she was more worried about people knowing this happened to her daughter, because it kind of like takes away the sense of like, when it happens to someone, when something like this happens to someone, it's not more like, oh wait, like that's, you know, this happens. It's more like, oh, why are you telling people? Like, shouldn't you keep this to yourself? Like, this is kind of like a weird, I don't know, like a icky situation for you to be telling someone else. And it not only silences the victim, but it also protects the perpetrator. We gotta stop.
I feel like a lot of the times it's just hard to speak up about these sort of things because of the questions we ask ourselves, like, will they believe me? Will I have enough proof? Will something actually be done about this? Or the fear, yeah.
Like going through this trouble for nothing to happen, and you just look there stupid. And now this person who already did harm to you knows that they could do more.
And I feel like it's very like exposing, like it's a lot of exposing your privacy. Like if something happens to you and you speak up about it, you could get judged, and it's just like exposing something very, very intimate that happened and that's affecting you.
But even like for me, when that happened on the street, I never told my parents, and I don't plan on ever telling them. But I wouldn't say it's really because I'm afraid of getting judged. It's more like I don't want them to worry about me. I want them to think that I could take care of myself. I don't want them to like worry when I go out in the street. Like,
Why would you also bring that up?
It also feels really like you were talking about. It feels kind of intimate. It feels like I shouldn't be telling this to someone. Like, I had a almost kidnapping. I almost got kidnapped at some point, and I never told my family until like a couple, like, I don't know, probably a month later or like a couple weeks later. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I almost got kidnapped this one day, and it was more like I just didn't know what to say. Like, what was their point of saying it if it already happened and I can't do much about it? Like, what is me, like, telling you, oh, wait, yeah, I was in this vulnerable position, gonna do any good for me? It's just gonna make you look at me like I'm just, just a victim, or like I need more protection. And that's kind of the thing. Like, I was already put in a vulnerable position. Why do I want to be kept in that position for the rest of my life?
Running out of time.
and like just to add another quick random story. So there's this one time where I went to the pool. It wasn't bad. I went with my sister, and this old guy, well, maybe like 30s, 40s, he would like constantly just watch me swim and like stare at me, or like try to swim a little closer. Like I'd go to the other side of the pool and he would like go there after me, like a few feet maybe distance. But I couldn't react because my little sister's there, so I wanted her to think everything's like okay and chill and whatever. But the worst part was the dude had a daughter, and when I went to the deep end, she doesn't even know how to swim, but he still dragged her there to the deep end, and she started complaining like, I can't swim, and he just like had her hold on to the ledge.
I just find it very hard to believe that so much like of this happens, and like these men have like mothers, daughters, sisters, cousins, like even distant relatives. Like, how are you doing this and like harassing women, raping women, when that can happen to somebody you care about?
I feel like something else that we kind of like undermine is that most of the times the families know something's wrong, but they just don't say anything because they want to keep this like good image of themselves, or they just don't think it's wrong. So they like, I feel like that's the worst part. Like, so many people, like there's people in this society that think this is okay, and like they don't care about it. They're more like blaming the victims and the perpetrators. Like, if we want to do some real change, the change shouldn't be like random papers in our bathrooms that say you can say no, but it should rather be something worldwide where we can actually do something that doesn't like involve just putting papers on a wall and telling us to read it. Like, what is that going to do for us? But nothing. What is it going to do for us to learn more of the protection that we already know that wasn't helping us in the first place?
But the issue is, what do we like really do? Like, what are we actually gonna do? Like, I could, maybe within my friend group or like people I know, maybe I could do something.
I feel like as a society we just need to shed more light on these issues and talk about it, because although like as a school we put up posters, we have this like community agreement that this is morally wrong, but we don't talk about it. We need to talk about these experiences, let people speak up, and have their voices be heard.
I agree. I feel like this shouldn't be something that feels sensitive or something that feels like it's like when it happens to you, we shouldn't feel so inclined to hide it. We should feel like, I understand the sense of like feeling ashamed of it in a sense because it happens and you feel bad that it happened to you. But I feel that we should go against this stigma and do something against it, do something about it. Because if we talk about it a little more and we actually do focus on it more rather than keeping silence, then we'll finally like, you know, silence. Instead of silencing the victim, let's silence the perpetrators. Let's silence them by giving them the years in jail they deserve.
Amen.
Amen. And that's the end of this today. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.